Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guy. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
All right, so let's talk about LAX, which I was just at. I stayed downtown LA, not too far from Skid Row, actually. Pretty nice little area there. But yeah, I was about 16 miles from LAX. And so I do what most people do, and that is open up both apps and see who's cheaper, because that's what I'm going to take. So I landed in LA about 4:30, and so I got out into the parking lot right about I don't know, maybe about 4:45. So it's starting at the traffic time, and so I look at it. Uber's like $14 or $16 more than what Lyft was. So Lyft, you won that round. Good job. And then leaving to go back to LAX, it was the same thing. Open up both apps, see what it is. You know, I scheduled it about 10 p.m. the night before. And Lyft was, again, just as cheap. So it was good there. But yeah, that's something to talk about when it comes to LAX and all the craziness. But what happens when an Uber trip, just going 4 miles, costs more than a round trip flight to Las Vegas and back to LA?
There you go. So Mo, here you go, buddy. So Mo was a Herbivore, and he showed me this trip, and I was like, that's not possible. Well, everything is possible in Uberland. There's SoFi and YouTube Theater, which is pretty close to LAX, like 4 miles, like this, 4 or 5 miles. And so Mo was in the area. He got a request. Great trip. I mean, Uber paid him $24.67 for 4 miles and 16 minutes. Definite take. But so what happened is that, though, this person was going to LAX. As you guys can see, the green and red dots. So Mo said for 16 minutes and 14 seconds, nonstop. Okay. This passenger was complaining. So Mo is like trying to figure out like how not to get a 1-star. He kind of probably figured. And then at the end, he looked at the receipt of what the rider paid. The rider paid $72. And Mo said, by the way, there was no surge. Well, not visible on the driver app. It definitely looks like there was a 4X.
There's got to be, because
there's a 4X
just for
surge
this,
on this
4
one.
miles. Yeah, for me, like I said, from going to LAX to downtown, 16 miles, and Uber was quoting me at $73 or $72, right around that range.
Yeah.
So it's the same exact ride, but like 4 times as much.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
This was definitely a ripper. And now I fully understand why the rider was complaining, because this comes to $72 divided by 4. What is that? $18 a mile? Yeah, exactly. $18 a mile Uber charged this poor rider. Again, I mean, I'm not going to complain as far as what Mo made, $25 for 15 minutes, which is, I guess, okay, right? But what happened is that if you guys look at the estimated commercial insurance, that was a decent topic, actually. I got up and talked to some Lyft exec about this, who's been drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit too much.
That was a good little conversation there.
Yeah, we had a little good give and take over there. But Uber charged this rider $18.11 for commercial insurance. That comes to about over $4.50 a mile for commercial insurance. ultimately, what happened is that though Mo, as smart as he is, so he whipped out his phone, and this rider, by the way, was going to Vegas from LAX. She was like saying that how could it be this expensive and what's happening here and all this and all that. And Mo whipped out his phone and priced a trip literally right then and there from LAX to Las Vegas. And a couple of airlines, literally when he was doing this trip, quoted him $49 right there. So now you can fly, either on United or whatever, Southwest, from LAX to Vegas for $49. But you cannot go from YouTube Theater, which is 4 miles away, to the gate, to the terminals for, and you pay $72. Now I understand why all these riders are complaining about what's going on as well. And this is definitely not a good look. So Uber, $72 for 4 miles is a ripper, right? I mean, what is happening here? But I also kind of blame Chris, the rider, that I'm pretty sure if she didn't check the Lyft app, I'm pretty sure.
Probably not. Because
Yeah.
Lyft, like I said, Lyft was cheaper both ways when I looked on both. The first time out it was $58, and then going back it was 66. So add that up together, and you know what's crazy? So Buffalo to LAX, and I stop in Charlotte, and then on the way back I stop in Chicago.
Yeah.
Round trip Buffalo to LAX though, and back to Buffalo was $264 for me to go
Holy
out there
crap.
and back.
Okay, so
And
if you didn't get picked up and dropped off
the
at Buffalo, right? If you didn't get picked up and took Ubers to the airport, you would have probably paid the same thing as much as your airfare.
Yeah, that's insane.
Ridiculous.
That's insane. So to go 32 miles, I mean, just think about it. Go 32 miles between the two. You're looking at what, $120? So that or almost close to 50%. Then going across country.
Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, so this is where rideshare is, people. So talk to your riders about this, okay? Nicely, gently. Don't just like fall out of the sky and say, "Hey, what are you paying for this trip or whatever?" Because this poor lady paid $18 a mile, and her airfare going to Vegas cost her $49. Uber, you got to stop this madness, Uber. Again, see, I'm not complaining about the driver pay. I'm not complaining about the take rate. This time I'm complaining about the rider getting ripped. And because, we say quite often, without drivers, there's no Uber. And without riders, there's no Uber or drivers either. So, Uber,
and then, even with the commercial insurance, the fees and everything, you're looking at $25 or right around that range. Because you got the $4, you got the 79 cents, you got the 19 cents, and then the 18.11 for the commercial insurance. So
Uber made as much as Mo did.
Yeah. So right there, let's just say it's about $50 between Mo and all the fees that they have, and then you still got $22 that's going to Uber on this ride.
Yeah. I mean, look, it is what it is, but she got definitely ripped a new one.
Well,
and
you know what I got to say to this though? Hey, if you're doing private rides, again, just make sure you have all of your things that you need in order to operate properly. Because if you get into an accident, if you have any problems or anything like that, you don't want to be on the other end of that, not having the proper insurances, the proper registration or anything like that. But this is a great opportunity for you to transfer that person from buying an Uber at $72, and then you could charge them $50 for that, and then you're making a shit ton more money than $25. So,
but it also goes to show the gamification, right? 4x surge on the rider side and no surge on the driver side.
Oh yeah,
Uber,
it's insane.
Uber, we know what's happening, Uber. So, I actually, Chris, thought I was going to be late for the show.
Well, it's okay. We had computer problems.
No. But you need to understand why. Okay, my phone exploded 4 minutes before the show. So I know Uber's watching this. Uber, So message to you and whoever you people are in Chicago in the room. Yeah, I need to be in that room, right? Number one, there's negotiations going on. Remember who had Alderman Rodriguez and Lori Simmons on about a year and a half ago, and they're trying to move this ordinance along?
Yep.
A couple of people who are in the room actually heard my name from the chief negotiator of Uber in the room.
That means
So
you
I'm
should
not
be
there. I'm not there, Uber. So don't talk shit about me when I'm not there. Look me in the face when I'm sitting across from you. You trying to pull the wool over these politicians', eyes. I'm not there. Let me fly me out. Let me see what happens. Let's sit in the room. Let's talk about it.
Well, when are they planning on having this go on?
They're negotiating the ordinance, the mile and minute rates, or is it going to be a Prop 22 clone, or unjust deactivations, and all this same thing, right? But I wasn't there, so don't put my name in your mouth when I'm not there. But
it
it's okay.
just so happens that I'll be in Chicago this week.
Maybe you'll go to the room.
Maybe I'll go to the room.
Yeah, Chris will be fine. I'll have an earpiece in his ear, and then he'll sit in the room with you all. So, but anyway, so I am definitely going to. Now I'm definitely interested. Okay, I was interested before, but now I'm super interested about.
I want to know what was said, though. Do you know what was said, or just
what
that your
was
name
said?
Came up somehow?
Well, it was along the lines of that. They were discussing deactivation policy. Right, and supposedly, again, I got 2 emails and texts from different people. One was specifically in the room, and they said that I agree with their deactivation policies. Although they said Rideshare Guy hates us, but they agree with our deactivation policy. I don't agree with any of your deactivation policy, Uber. None. Zero.
I think what they need to do is
take
not
that
the
message and take it to your chief negotiator in that room. Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.